Ruth is a small but very loved book of the Bible. And while not a lot of traveling goes on, it is important to understand the regional differences. So, Ruth actually starts off in Moab. Her mother-in-law, Naomi, and her husband and her sons are from Israel, the land that they're supposed to be living in. They decide to move out here and make a life for themselves. Unfortunately, the blessing of the Lord was not with them. Naomi's husband and her two sons, and one of them being the husband of Ruth, all three of those men died. There was nobody there to work the land. So Naomi decides she wants to return home, and she encourages her daughters to stay in their homeland. They still have time where they can get more husbands and have children and have a life for themselves. And one of her daughter-in-laws actually takes her up on that offer, but Ruth loves Naomi and wants to stay with her, so she travels with her. So they finally leave the land of Moab, and they go up through Reuben to Heshbon, and then all the way over to Jerusalem, and then down to Bethlehem. And remember, of course, this is where David is born, and more importantly, this is where Jesus is born. The rest of the story all happens in the Bethlehem area. So when we understand that David and Jesus are descendants of Judah, we can appreciate that God preserved their bloodline through people who actually left their homeland and were forced to return. If Ruth had not followed Naomi and converted to the God of Israel, it's very likely we would have a different list of ancestors for both David and Jesus, if David even would have existed.